this session. ColdSeason.com. ColdSeason.com for all merch. Whoever purchases off the Cold Season website, a percentage of all sales go to our Feed the Homeless program. You could be a part of something beautiful. ColdSeason.com. Let's keep the movement going. Welcome to the session. Let's get it. They want to know. They really want to know. Official JD. Why do you smoke? How long you been smoking? I've been smoking for a decade. Been smoking ganja for 10 years. Cannabis has a lot of effects that, are good for the body, that help the body. That's why there's medical cannabis that, help you. But people so wrapped up around these prescription drugs thinking, oh, my doctor prescribed this to me, so this is my medicine. Like, there's different forms of cannabis that act as different medicines for a person. So whether someone has nausea and they feel nauseous all the time, and a little cannabis might help them take the edge off that nausea. Or someone might have severe back pain, but that cannabis was able to reduce the pain in their back versus having to take heavy pills and, all these painkillers and all that shit like that, where you can get addicted to, which can kill you, can cause heart failure and all types of other shit. You know what I mean? Just simple shit like that. Like, someone might have depression, so instead of taking a bunch of depressants and all these pills and shit, they might consume some cannabis to help with their depression. You know what I'm saying? Some people might have PTSD, and you don't want to put a person that has PTSD on meds and pills and shit, because that only intensifies their PTSD, and they can't ever come close to healing or trying to get better. You just want to put them on pills and get them addicted to the pills and have to keep renewing their subscription, when really they're just renewing their drug habit at that point. Cannabis has a lot of good, but people view it in a negative way, and they don't understand. If you just simply do your research. So why should weed be legal in all 50 states? Let's just be honest. It's only illegal, and so the government can profit off of all the criminal activity. They want to label it as a bad thing because drug dealers are distributing cannabis onto the black market. Now, some of it, is true when you got guys who sell hardcore drugs who also sell weed. Okay, that's not a weed problem. That's just, you can't really put those two together like that, because cannabis is true medicine. It's just a plant. Like, it's not hurting. It's really not hurting anyone. Literally, cannabis isn't hurting anyone, yet they want to control it. They want to put rules and regulations on it, which causes division. They want to divide you. That way they can control you, manipulate you, use you guys against each other. It's all just a big fucking propaganda bullshit. How they portray it, it's sickening. It's really sickening. And the fact that Brittany Griner got 10 years for this in Russia is just completely absurd. And we shouldn't stand for that. I'm not standing for that. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. And it's not gonna get better until people realize what the fuck. Like, what kind of rules are these? Like, Motherfuckers are making these rules and laws, but it's stupid. Cannabis has so many medical benefits. You know, if you have arthritis and you use cannabis, it can loosen up your joints to make you be able to move a little bit better. Like, you can't make this shit up, man. You really can't. You can take the angriest person in the world and give him some cannabis and he might just calm down. You can take some cannabis, give it to this ferocious pit bull. And now he's just chilling on the trampoline. Hey, I'm just trying to let you guys know that cannabis isn't so bad, especially for the people who've never smoked cannabis and all they hear is all these negative things about it. Don't listen to that bullshit. Is cannabis addicting? I'd say yes, it is. You know, I'd say cannabis is addicting. You know, but so are video games. But I don't play video games. But yet, people are still addicted to that shit. You know, you can get addicted to anything. You know what I'm saying? Basketball's addicting. You know, learning is addicting. So yes, cannabis is addicting. Of course. Now, if you had to stop smoking cannabis, cold turkey, will it kill you? No, it won't. If you're doing some hardcore drug like heroin, crack, and you stop cold turkey, you've been doing it every day, it might fuck you up. The side effects could possibly kill you. You might have to relapse and do it in lower dosages before you just go cold turkey, because a drug like that could kill you. But weed, cannabis? No way. No way. So, I mean, cannabis should be legal for various reasons. You know, there really needs to be a full documentary on cannabis. And maybe in the future, we'll do a documentary where we go out, interview different cannabis users, and just get their take on the subject. Because cannabis does get a bad look. This shit is crazy. Of course, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. And I know a lot of people could give two fucks about the situation. But if you think about it, cannabis ties into everything. It ties into everything. They say it's $1 billion industry, but they're lying to you. It's $1 trillion industry. Weed and pussy makes the world go round. I'm trying to tell you. More people smoke than you think, but a lot of people aren't putting it on display and being hella weird about it, like how some people are. They're just all over the place. I mean, yeah, I post some smoking videos, you know, here and there, especially on YouTube, but I'm just trying to let the community know that it's okay to smoke and you can still be productive, be a good citizen, you know what I'm saying? You don't, just because you smoke cannabis does not make you an outlaw, doesn't make you crazy, doesn't make you, I don't know, whatever they're trying to portray you to be. So, hopefully, get y'all some quick game. And yeah, I believe weed should be legal in all 50 states. And we should start with there, and then hopefully other countries can get the memo, but there's no reason for the United States not to have all 50 states legalized. It's just absurd not to. Anyway, I hope y'all learned something. coldseason.com for that merch. coldseason.com for the merch. Any item you purchase off the Cold Season store, percentage of all sales go to our Feed the Homeless program. Yes, coldseason.com for that merch. The weed ain't hurting nobody. It ain't hurting nobody. Free Brittany Griner. 10 years. coldseason.com for that merch. Famous quotes. We shall buy and buy, want a world of hemp, more for our own consumption. John Adams. Hemp is of first necessity to the wealth and protection of the country. Thomas Jefferson. When I was a kid, I inhaled frequently. That was the point. Barack Obama. Why is marijuana against the law? It grows naturally upon our planet. Doesn't the idea of making nature against the law seem to you a bit unnatural? Bill Hicks. I think people need to be educated to the fact that marijuana is not a drug. Marijuana is an herb and a flower. God put it here. If he put it here, he wants it to grow. What gives the government the right to say God is wrong? Willie Nelson. So what if I'm smoking weed on stage and doing what I gotta do? It's not me shooting nobody, stabbing nobody, killing nobody. It's a peaceful gesture, and they have to respect that and appreciate that. Snoop Dogg. The amount of money and legal energy being given to prosecute hundreds of thousands of Americans who are caught with a few ounces of marijuana in their jeans simply makes no sense. The kindest way to put it, a sterner way to put it, is that it is an outrage and imposition on basic civil liberties and on the reasonable expenditure of social energy. William F. Buckley Jr. The drug war is a total scam. Prescription drugs kill 300,000 per year, while marijuana kills no one. But they spend billions a year fighting it because potheads make for good little slaves to put into private prisons owned by the banks who launder the drug money, and it's all documented. Alex E. Jones. It really puzzles me to see marijuana connected with narcotics, dope, and all that crap. It's 1,000 times better than whiskey. It's an assistant, a friend. Louis Armstrong. Prison is for rapists, thieves, and murderers. If you lock someone up for smoking a plant that makes them happy, then you're a fucking criminal. Joe Rogan. I use weed, cannabis for my back pain. Use it for my back pain. Helps me sleep at night. It calms me down. Helps me eat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I use cannabis. Everybody got their own reasoning, but it is medicine. It does help people. You could definitely be active on cannabis. Why is it illegal? The government just wants to control everything, apparently. There's no reason for it to be illegal. They feel like they need to regulate things. It's just a plant. You could buy beer pretty much anywhere, and that'll kill you. It's poison, liquid poison, but you can buy beer anywhere. But Brittany Griner could get 10 years in prison for this. It's sick. It's really sick. It's really sick how they do citizens. But anyway, this is the session. coldseason.com for the merch. Any item you purchase off our website, percentage goes to our Feed the Homeless program, where we donate to the homeless and give back. So you can be a part of the Feed the Homeless program by purchasing an item off of our website. coldseason.com, coldseason.com. All the merch on there is beautiful. Take about 7 days to get there. Hey, we need to legalize this in all 50 states. This is crazy. It truly is. This is crazy. We need to legalize this in all 50 states, and we can probably change some lives, get some people off of prescription drugs that are killing them, get them off of a bad alcohol habit, and allow them to consume some cannabis to help their back pain, help their nausea, simple shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is ridiculous. She got 10 years for this. We got to do better. ColdSeason.com, man.